It's Week 15 of the NFL, and we'll see the Buccaneers' electric quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Bucs and the Rams, next on EA Sports.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Tampa. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11. At the 27-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the 20-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the Buccaneers' 10-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They brought a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 86 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop. And it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up second down and a bit farther.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up, taking it right down Broadway. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. So
quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. A good position to be in here, second and inches, as they've got it as we resume action.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw. Ziegler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. Third down and 13. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's the fullback. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have regained the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but felt nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, but it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
First down, here's White. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Opting to run again here with White. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's White. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw here, hauled in. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line.
And the Rams first down.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and can make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And here's Matt Ariza now. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
That will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 55 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ziegler. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Ziegler. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. But the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that one complete downfield to Kupp. Down the right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory.
From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And to the left side here, Wilson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Read option. This is White. They juked him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Just a disaster of a series here. 3rd and long, no one open anywhere. This ball just has to be thrown to the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. On play action, they'll throw. Caught, it's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side here with White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Ziegler. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. Oh, able to avoid him. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they'll begin by running the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Ziegler. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll go up the middle with White. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Looking to throw. Ziegler escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. White, he'll try the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game.
Akers hit, he coughs it up, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And
now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Ced Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So out come the Bucs now.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
On 1st and 10, Ziegler. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Read option. This is Gibbs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Ziegler. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there.
Taken from just outside the 30. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
The football going back to the Rams now. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 43-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup.
And Cup going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Rams.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Rams.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Nolan Smith
in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Remember throughout my career here in defensive coach, I always say, guys, you can earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin White, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but
maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to use his legs here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ziegler. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams ready to go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now a 3rd and 20. Looking to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Off the bootleg, Ziegler to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the give, it's White. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Looking to throw. Ziegler. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they make.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Then they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Running out of the gun with White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Ziegler buying time to his left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll set up a throw as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now here's a throw that's complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
13 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 20-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12.